The hidden forbidden love of Lumumba village. Once upon a time, in the vibrant and sunlit village of Lumumba in Africa, lived two children destined for a story that would be whispered through generations. A boy named Biko and a girl named Amina both grew up in this village, their lives intertwined by the paths they walked and the dreams they shared. Every day, Biko and Amina walked 10 kilometers to school together, their friendship growing with each step. Amina was the most beautiful girl in the village, with her light brown skin, long flowing hair, and eyes that sparkled like stars. Her beauty captivated everyone around her, making her the subject of admiration and envy alike. Boys in the village often quarreled, each wanting to win her affection, but Amina paid little attention to the chaos her beauty caused. She was always focused on her studies, consistently topping her class. After school, Amina's days were filled with chores. She cleaned, washed clothes, and fetched water from the stream near the river. Despite the hard work, she remained cheerful and diligent, a testament to her strong spirit. One fateful afternoon, Amina went to the stream as usual. She filled her clay pot with water and began her journey back home, but as she tried to cross the river, her foot slipped on a wet rock. The current was strong, and she was swiftly swept away. Amina screamed for help, her cries echoing through the air, but there was no one to hear her. Just as she was about to give up hope, Biko, a young shepherd boy from the village, spotted her struggling in the water. Without a second thought, he jumped into the river. Fighting the fierce current, he reached Amina and pulled her to safety. She was unconscious when he dragged her onto the riverbank. With no time to lose, Biko placed her on his horse and raced back to the village. When Amina awoke, she found herself in her bed, the familiar ceiling of her room above her. For a moment, she thought she had died and gone to heaven. She quickly asked her mother how she got home, and her mother told her everything. Amina's heart fluttered, and she felt butterflies in her stomach. She had always liked Biko, but now, after he saved her life, those feelings deepened into something more profound. Despite her growing affection for Biko, Amina knew her father would never approve. Her father, the stern man, valued wealth and status above all else. Biko was poor, a shepherd with little to offer in terms of material wealth. But love knows no boundaries, and Amina could not ignore her feelings. She began to meet Biko secretly, their rendezvous filled with whispered conversations and stolen glances. One evening, as Amina slipped away to meet Biko, her father became suspicious and decided to follow her. He watched from the shadows as she met Biko in their secret place, his anger boiling over. When Amina returned home, her father confronted her. "Where have you been?" he demanded. She lied, hoping to avoid his wrath. But her father's rage was palpable. "I saw you with that boy," he spat, his face contorted with fury. "You will not see him again. And you will not go to school until you learn to obey me." Amina was devastated. Her father's strictness was like a cage, trapping her away from the boy she loved and the education she cherished. Days passed, and she was confined to her home, her heart aching for Biko and the life she was missing. Biko, too, was struggling. He could not bear the thought of being apart from Amina. He decided to risk everything and go to her house. Trembling with fear and anticipation, he knocked on her door. By a stroke of luck, Amina opened it. Seeing her, Biko's heart raced. He felt his mouth go dry, words failing him. Amina, equally surprised and scared, whispered urgently, "You shouldn't be here. My father will kill us both." "I had to see you," Biko said, finding his voice. "If you love me, meet me tomorrow at our secret place at 9 p.m. The next night, Biko waited anxiously at their secret spot. 30 minutes passed, and there was no sign of Amina. His heart broke with every passing second. Just as he was about to leave, he heard his name being called. He turned around to see Amina running towards him, her face a mix of fear and determination. They embraced, tears streaming down their faces. I thought you weren't coming, Biko whispered. I'm here now, Amina replied, her voice choked with emotion. And I will never leave you. Knowing they could not stay in the village, the couple made a daring decision. They would flee, leaving behind everything they had ever known. It was a perilous plan, filled with uncertainty, but their love gave them strength. That night, under the cover of darkness, they packed a few belongings and set out on Biko's horse. The journey was fraught with danger. If you want to hear the next part of this story, subscribe to our channel.